Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. The ETH chart continues to be in a very ambiguous structure. Not entirely clear what ETH plans at the moment. So far, we haven't got a sustained break or no break at all above this yellow wave 1 high at $2,446. Again, we've got two scenarios on this chart. The base case assumes that a wave 1 topped here on the 9th of December. Basically, after wave 1, we're normally looking for a correction, which would be our wave 2 pullback, okay? Well, technically, you could say, you know, it finished here. We have a 3-wave move down. By the way, I've seen some charts, and there's a bit of a problem in crypto because you have a bit of a wild west there with the different charts from different exchanges. On some exchanges, actually, the low point in this entire range was here. On the 11th of December, or was it I think the 13th, I think here, yeah. That doesn't make it very clear though, that makes it even more difficult. I'm quite glad that the Binance chart shows the chart here. At least I have 3 proper waves down. Technically the wave 2 could have finished here. However, everything that happens afterwards is very ambiguous, okay? So that just means it leaves little clarity. That doesn't mean it's bearish. It just means it leaves little clarity. Now, we know that typically in a wave 2, ideally, the price retraces at least to the 38.2 retracement level, right? In a bullish market, I would still like to see the 38.2 FIB level in a wave 2. And normally, I'd like to see the 50%. That would be at 1912, but you know, we might not see that. We might not even see the 38.2 FIB level, so let me explain. In a very aggressively bullish scenario, the chart already formed the wave 2. And I therefore already presented you a few days ago this yellow scenario, which is the more direct bullish breakout scenario. Let me shift that to the right. Again, just to highlight what would need to happen for a more direct breakout. Yeah. So what is the pattern that we would like to see? In this scenario, for example, I'd like to see circle wave 3 get to at least 2,634. But probably it will go higher because of what happens here. We'll talk about that in a minute. Basically, if the assumption is correct that wave 2 already finished, and you know it is unfortunately very unclear. It's possible, right? But it's not ideal. So I would actually still prefer a lower wave 2. But let's just work on this assumption at the moment to explain you the two different structures we're dealing with. In this scenario, we had a wave 1 here that has to be a leading diagonal and a wave 2 pullback. This is a clear 5-wave move up, would be a wave 1 and another wave 2 pullback. I gave you this support area, trend reversal, trading area for anybody who wanted to play the yellow count. This did lead to a nice response, but so far I only have 3 waves up off the low. So again, I need 5, a break above the circle wave 1 high as well, to confirm further that yellow is in control. So again, you know, for a more bullish breakout count, I really only fully believe it once we have a sustained break above $2,446. Yeah. Again, just to explain, this here is so far a 1-2-1-2 setup. It has various problems, this structure. Like this is a leading diagonal. This wave 1 is a little too long to be reliable. And we only have 3 waves up off here. But if we get another high, then we have 5 waves up. And then we have a 1-2, 1-2, and a potential 1-2, which would be very bullish and could then send us higher towards, you know, eventually like $3,000, $4,000 plus. But until we get a break above that $2,446 level, I have to assume that wave 5 might still be unfolding. Okay, so essentially, the white structure tells you there is still downside risk. And if we come down in this C wave to the downside, then I'd be watching this area between $2,156 and $1,994. So this would be the C wave down and could then complete wave 2. There, obviously, you know, we have now a bullish and a bearish scenario. I told you the requirements for the bullish case, so we can watch for them very clearly. But also to keep the yellow wave count a reasonable interpretation, even though it's not even my primary at the moment because, you know, of the messy structure here. To keep that still a likely scenario, because I wouldn't show you any unlikely scenarios, right? It's still likely. It's just rather unclear, this yellow scenario. I'd like to see it hold and not break and sustain below 2,345. Break, because at the moment I've got here, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That 4 is already quite deep. So anything, a break below 2,345, and I believe I gave you that level in the last video, would be an indication that the white C wave down is unfolding. Not a confirmation, but an indication. It would need to be confirmed eventually with a break below $2,261. So a little change since the last update, but ETH shows some weakness, or has shown some weakness since the last update. So I'll keep you updated. This is the nearest support at $2,345 and the resistance levels I mentioned. So that's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.